It is The Breach by Profile Africa. And of course, I am Olaswabe, your host with the most, the king of your airwaves. I've got beautiful Evelyn in the building as well. Yes, now let's go straight to what we have for our people today. If you're just joining us for the first time, you don't really know what The Breach is all about. It is a generational show where we get to talk about, the generational differences, the similarities, we just oppose, we, contrast, and we make a bridge, like construction engineers, like you know Evelyn would normally say
Engineer.
on engineer. Okay, well, today we are looking at adulting struggles. Mm-hmm. I mean, talk about who had it harder. Is it the Gen Z or was it the Gen Millennials? Who really had it harder growing up? Back in those days, there were a lot of things that were not really put in place. Yeah. But there were also a lot of things that were really soft, like affordability. Getting stuff, was easy. To build a house was like two cover, you know.
Even the air he breathed in back then was clean. Yeah, clean,
Another perspective.
no polluted air everywhere. I mean, trees, there were lots of trees and all of that.
I know you ever support the millennials. Very well.
Now you see,
But now, what happened to but now?
the air you breathe in, is it clean? Isn't it?
But are there no other things that are happening now that we appreciate
That you appreciate.
that you would have appreciated back then when you were growing up?
Well, maybe, but I don't think so. Sometimes I wonder. There was a time I was, chatting with my sister, and we just got talking and all, and I was like, I do not even understand what the kids of nowadays enjoy. Like, what would they say? Childhood is like to them right now. Back then we had different soaps, different clothing.
Right.
We
Different ads.
different and all of.
I remember one Osha hair scenario. I mean, growing up was really fun back in those days. But yeah, growing up right now is also fun because you have baby shark. Abi? Yes, now. Growing up is also fun if you'd ask the ones growing right now. I must tell you, like that girl that trended with shofeje spicy indomie.
Oh, first spaghetti. Only Nigerian food. You better eat a bit
Don't trust me. Like honestly speaking, Gen Zs are having it harder growing up. That's what I'll say for real because there were a lot of things you know that was just very in place back in those days. The government was really good. Nobody was complaining.
Why are they?
You for real? Like
Wait, you didn't hear of the protests throughout those periods? Did you know who Gani Fawayimi was?
it was is
Oh,
this there been any protest as good as NSAS?
and how it because we are in an era right exactly.
That's where you want the corner.
If there were to be a social media during the About Women riot, I tell you, it would not just be an About Women riot of in the East or whatever. If there were to be social media,
Global.
it's not good global. Look at what Fumilayo and some Kuti did. If there were to be phones and social media back then, come on, those were not small. They were not small demonstrations or protests.
I know, right?
So,
Agree with
yeah.
I agree with you on that, but at the same
Well,
time,
and sad that you guys were still you were going to street to party. Is that a protest?
even in the midst of the chaos, you must find something to enjoy now. Abi?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay, well, let's have your views and takes. I mean, what do you think? Who had it harder growing up? Is it the Gen Z or the Millennials? I mean, I know that 70% of Gen Z will say they can never afford a house right now. It's really hard to say you just want to wake up one day and buy a house. But back in those days, we just 2 kobo or 10 naira. You could have, either duplex. Am I lying?
But
They're lying.
not the one that waiting my grandfather using. If with 2 naira you can buy duplex with 10 kobo, you got that. It wasn't as easy as it is now back in those days.
Do you know how much you were selling cement those days? I'm telling you, let's face it. Let's forget the fact that you want to support millennials.
No, this is not even a battle of struggles. There's no, and I don't even like doing it where you say, "Oh, I suffered more than you suffered." I don't like it, because I believe that for every generation, for every season, for every era, there are challenges and there are also things that you enjoy. So you can't say, "Oh, my generation had it better than your generation," or "Oh, we suffered more than your generation." It's just what you're able to make up of whatever it is you encountered while growing up.
True that, true that. Well, I mean, millennials could brag right now that they got their houses, they got their cars without TikTok viewers and, without online streams and all those.
Now then you
And
know that they are the real OG.
so my question is, how did they even do it?
Do it like
Let's ask them. And anyway, we have a millennial in the building. We'll be bringing them on later. But then let's these are the questions we should look at.
yeah.
Could millennials survive Gen Z's 4 jobs plus 3 apps reality? Because nowadays now we have 3 strong apps that you must use if you're a Gen Z: WhatsApp, Facebook. Oh no. WhatsApp, Instagram, and TikTok.
When you say must, I think I have
You must be on those. You see, if you're a Gen Z and you're not on any of these social media apps, then I don't think you're a Gen Z. You're probably a millennial trapped in the Gen Z's God. That's what I'll say. But also, the millennials will argue that could Gen Zs handle a no Google job search? Like having to carry your certificates, walk from one door post to the other, for one company to the other. They know the entire street in Lagos because they're looking for jobs.
It's not even about the no Google job thing. Let's even start from school, where
Have to trek down.
not even track. You make your researches. You go to place. You go to the library. Indeed, you search for days for lead before you can get. Now within 24 hours, you can get your project done, and you like, oh, I'm done. But back in those days, you had to go to libraries, visit schools. I remember when I was in my project. So I'm not that old. First of all,
Yeah, that old.
I'm not that old. But I remember when I wanted to write my project, I had to visit University of Ibadan. I schooled in Uniben. I had to come to University of Ibadan's linguistics department to make
Your
research.
What happened to Google? What happened to researches online?
But I'm just telling you.
That's because you're a millennial. I mean, a Gen Z wouldn't think that way. A Gen Z would easily just go on ChatGPT or something. Give me all the researches that have been done on this particular topic or subject matter, and they're really true, and make sense of it and put it out in their own way.
And that is what
Millennials didn't have that advantage.
take away their gadgets, take away their phones. Yeah, empty. I'm sorry.
That's not true.
But it is what it
They are
is.
essentials.
Maybe they do, but a lot of them have actually placed so much importance. I'm not saying AI is not important, but they have given their life to AI. They have given their life to the internet. That without AI, without internet, they are nothing. And I don't think that's good enough. That's good enough. But then we would not be doing all of the talking, like we said earlier. You can wait in and let us know what you think about this topic of discourse. We have a guest in our studios, like we said earlier on. And should we open
Let's open the phone line. And I know a lot of people are already trying to call in, and I'm so sorry we aren't picking the calls yet. And don't forget that we have freebies to share. So when you're calling in, you weigh in your opinions and your 2 cents, and also choose a number so you can get a little bit of what we brought for you today. 091 35000 929 08065 741863. What do you think are the growing up? Or let's say, adulting. The adulting struggles, who had it either growing up? Is it the Gen Z or the millennials? 091 35000 929 or 08065 741863. Those are the lines for you to call in and join
the
on the show.
conversation. And just in case you want to make use of the internet, like we always say, or make use of social media, Profile Africa is streaming live right now on IG. So go to profile.africa and drop your comments there. We'll read it here.
We have a caller. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you coming from?
My name is Oluwatomisi from Academy.
Oluwatomisi from Academy. All right, Tomisi, tell us.
With the topic you are talking about, life has not been easy. Even both in Millennial, Gen Z, life, don't have Nigeria as a whole.
This is struggling adult.
Money out there back then. That is the reason why. that the money that they are using to buy car there is not as easy as the thing that they are seeing it. Okay, let me give you an example. They are selling, maybe they are telling motor now 10 million. Let us that is now is not an example. Then if they tell you that alright, that for them as easy as then. You will sweat before you get that money.
I know, right?
Oh, life has not has been easy anyway. It's just that the social media has helped has helped many things. Like now, okay, see, those musicians, then promoter can take them out there and they won't see their money. But now social media has helped them.
They will call everybody out. Look at Portable.
Put it on all those such. Collect your money straight. Second up.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. That's another angle though. But then before you go, Tomisi, would you like to play the game, the bridge game itself?
Okay, let me try.
All right. Choose a number. Choose a number quickly.
Number 5.
Number 5.
All right, so Tominsi, number 5. Which dance did Davido invent?
Which one?
Which dance did Davido invent?
Which dance?
Yeah, which dance?
You know, we have the Makossa and all of that. So which one can we
Accredit to Davido.
accredit to Davido?
He doesn't always dance as. What do you think is good? You know,
Are you a Gen Z or a millennial? Let me ask you that question.
1990.
I see. Now Gen Z will know this one. Thank you so much for calling us, Tomisi. It's really good to know you're there listening. All right, okay. You can still call in as well. 091-3500-929-0806574-1863. What do you think had the other growing up? Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Can I'm going for collect.
Can you come again with your name?
Akon.
Anthony, from where? Anthony from Akala Express. All right, Anthony from Akala Express, is good to have you on the show. So what do you think? Who had it harder?
What?
Who had it harder growing up? Is it the Gen Zs or the Millennials? Oh, we lost that call. All right, Anthony, do want to call us back if you can. Okay, we have another caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Nonso. I'm calling from Edition.
Nonso from Edition. It's good to know you're always calling every Friday. Nonso, you won last week, Wabi?
No, I didn't. I didn't call out there.
Nonso, okay, no problem. But really, okay, no wala. Oh yeah, tell us what you think.
You guys are talking about who has it harder, right? Who had it harder or millennial?
Yes, what do you think had the other?
I think millennials, because right now, social media has made things a lot easier. You don't have to own a physical store if you're an entrepreneur to thrive with your business. But back in the day, there was no social media. So how do you expect to actually thrive if you didn't have a physical store? So I feel like millennials had it harder because they had to hustle physically, while Gen Zs right now, they are hustling the smart way.
That's why they think they work.
Other.
But no, so you know, Gen Zs, millennials have stable jobs though. Gen Zs, they love side hustles, what they are relying on these days. A lot of
How easy things are. Then was it easier to have side gigs because you're physically working? You're going to office from 7 a.m. You're closing by 8. Now you have social media. You can work 7 to 8 and still have side gig, which is remote. Back then, how many remote jobs did we have?
okay, maybe you have a point, but at least your grind, your way of doing things polluted the entire thing. It polluted the economy now. What led to inflation?
Please leave this.
What led to inflation now? Tell us, how did inflation enter this our economy? This is not from the Millennials.
For nonsense.
How are we working hard physically mentally, and we are the ones that caused inflation. When you guys aren't working as hard as we did.
All right, Nonso. I mean, points taken. Do you want to play the game?
Make my hell this time. Oh yeah, play the game. What number are you choosing?
What numbers were there?
Just choosing a number. Number 5 is out, by the way.
Okay, let me see. Number 2.
Okay, so number 2, Nonso. Who went viral for? Okay, who went viral with Bounce in 2021?
When what?
Who went viral with Bounce, with the song Bounce in 2021?
Put it on.
Bounce.
Like a bouncing baby boy. Bounce.
Funny.
Rigger. All right, I think that's correct. And but now you said you didn't win last week. Not that you have won. I hope you won't tell me last week that you did win. Oh,
And I did call last week. You couldn't hear. You can even right now. I cannot hear you guys. You let off your signal. It's not okay.
yeah, I apologize for that though. But let's give you a round of applause for actually getting that answer correctly. Hello, good evening. Good afternoon rather. Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Calling from Colombia.
Can you come again with your name?
I'm a bunny calling.
Islami?
I'm
I didn't get your name. Oh.
a you can call me Roxa, coming from Sogo.
Rogza from Songo. Oh, it's good to know you're calling from Songo. How's Songo this afternoon? Is it hot?
Hop on it.
Not about and not too cold. Okay, that's good. That's lukewarm. All right, so tell me, are you a Gen Z or you're millennial? Z, okay, that's good. All right, so tell me, who had it harder growing up? Do you think it's the Gen Z or the millennial?
Abrahagok. Only the point was, I think,
Maybe millennial that.
Maybe. You're not sure.
General Jersey, because see, changing state of the country. I don't know. My coach is in the country right now, Nigeria. You feel the games are getting harder because perhaps the dream and love it in weekends.
Just sick. We type. I just. Well.
Yeah, this is my first thing. Rogza, yeah, they were.
You know what? Roxa can't relate really, Roxa, because we didn't live during the millennial. Like, you didn't live growing up as a millennial. So I do not think you were not around, say, in the 1980s, 1990, early 1990s, thereabouts. So you really might not be able to understand how you very well.
The year for my parents back then, they used to say me to help that graduation where the door below waiting for you. You can't listen. Guys, now, after you're listening, that's it is listening.
See, no, my dear sister, let them know.
Yes. See, in the house, this guy.
Right. Thank you so much for calling, Roxa. Okay. Choose a number, though. Choose the number. Let's do the game together.
Oh, what for? In a volleyball.
Number 12. All right, number 12 says, what's a side hustle you can't live without as a Gen Z?
Side art. Link or the past make the content creation already had nothing to do into.
I think
You don't do You don't. You're too correct.
Oh, yeah, the something you have to call on it to grant the fact that you can cope there.
Oh, that POS especially. No. It's the mirror and the pen. Okay. Thank you so much. You're a winner on the show for the reaching out to you.
And of course, it's still the Profile Africa show, The Bridge. Remember that we are live on Profile Africa on IG at profile.africa. You can go to Profile Africa and drop your comments if you have anything to say about the topic of discuss today. Remember, we told you earlier that we have a guest in the studios this afternoon. And of course, he's going to be dropping his own views, his perspective, his opinions about this topic of discuss. Who had it harder? To the Gen Z or the millennial? Other way, it is no Gen Z. It is
No Gen.
millennial. But sometimes we usually have the millennials back up Gen Zs because they believe, oh, those people, we think we can relate. But would let him do the talking, will not preempt him because you do not know what he wants to say. But this afternoon,
We have our very own Mr. Damilola Oladende live with us in the studio. Is seasoned analyst when it comes to uh, raw views on what's going on, especially in the entertainment industry, and also when it comes to promotions, is one to reckon with. And we have him live in the studio with us today. Of course, we'll be hearing one or two things from him when it comes to who's having it harder growing up. Is it the millennials or the Gen Zs? Okay, well, let's have Mr. Damilola. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Okay, so you've been hearing all our arguments are back and forth, and I know you have a lot to say, and we told you for so long. So, yeah. So, what would you say about growing up as a millennial yourself? How was it growing up?
Ooh, it was fun. Oh. Ten. Yeah, Talangalubakusi. I don't know. It was good. Right. I remember I wore pinafore at some points. They don't do that again. So my school uniform then was khaki brown. Yeah. And then so secondary school was nice. Mantataya go, what's up? Very old but yeah. So when I took some time, I'm only in Kokondia. It's okay.
so what you're saying in essence is you believe that your own childhood as a millennial was quite fun.
Oh yeah,
And
fun.
it's what you can call it was richer in experience than what they have now.
Oh,
Okpoga,
being on. It was really nice. I had experiences that I'll just look at. Even I'll look at my own offspring and I'll feel this one is all enjoy. See what all they do now, scream, ice cream and all that, and then scream, stick this. E- So, but it's just okay. Back on board, right? You say so.
But talking about relationship, nowadays we have social media apps where you can easily just, connect with people. I don't want to mention the names of the social media apps that we have, but then back in those days, there was not really much of that. You had to grow courage. You had to build courage to walk up to a girl. Maybe after church you wait and wait and wait before you find the time to go meet the girl. How was it like?
Well, I only okay, then interpersonal relationship was more encouraged because we didn't have the smartphone. A lot of people who use smartphones now are not smart. So, but then, yeah, mhm, well, who use smartphones right now are smart. So, because as a user, the device is not supposed to control you. Yeah, so you're supposed to be the one that is smart using the phone. So that's why it is smartphone.
Hmm.
So the handler is the smart person, and then the phone comes.
It's supposed to be an aid, like a helper, not a rod.
Not just like we have it in Nigeria now. That the generator is now the main power supply. The reverse is the case. So that's the
Exactly.
so then it was I was able to we're in a room a few weeks ago, and after we exchanged pleasantries with each other for like 7-8 minutes, everyone just went quiet. We were on our devices. So after a few minutes, I just said, "Hey guys, Alpha, let's do something now. Like, can we drop our phones?" I probably dropped my phone. I know, but then we didn't have it. When I had Motorola, then I couldn't browse. At time, when 2001. So that's a long time ago. I just looked at it that okay, but yeah, I'll just be looking at everything on the phone, but nothing to take pictures, but I was able to relate with everybody. Yeah.
Right?
Right now, people who pass by you, those younger than you, they will not. They will just go. Then, if I didn't greet an elderly person, my mom will slap. I am told you, honey.
Right?
The respect, the cordial relationship, a whole lot that we gained that time.
Community upbringing. They say in Yoruba that
In a village, it takes a village to take care of
Yes, right, man.
a child. Well, right now, it takes one person to raise a village.
Wow, reverse is the case.
Because with the smartphone, you can just control the whole community, and they are done for.
How about inflation? Now we have Gen Z's having to pay 400K for house rent, 500K, 800K for house rent. Meanwhile, back in those days, that money could literally buy whole estates.
Oh yeah.
So growing up, how easy was affordability back then compared to now? Because you're definitely living in both worlds.
Yeah. Okay, so affordability is relative. So, what I call in 2017, a dollar was 270 naira.
Hmm.
Because I remember my salary was being paid then in Abuja. So now, if what I was earning then, I can't earn it now. It should be higher than because of the except. But the value of the money as at that time, if you look at it now, yeah, the same thing you were buying at that time. If you have the same amount of money for now, let's say I had 270,000 naira there, and I have 2.7 million naira now, I'll buy the same thing. So the space and time and the taste.
That's another angle though. What you could buy back in the day for 270,000,
I'll buy with 2.7 now.
and talk about that. Yeah,
That has changed.
it's just the rates. So that means to
Maybe exposure to some things that we did not know then back then yet. So that's just the thing. And now you will say come on, and do my PIA ni in Olara. Some people just don't, once they see that you have something like this, they believe that let me take my own from a family. But so the way they come with stock, you gotta look at it. What I bought 5 naira yesterday, this person is calling 8.5 now. So why is it like that?
So it's like an individual same inflation.
Yes. Then inflation at some point, yes, you can say maybe economists will say better, but yes, it had affected us all that affected us in many ways because things keep changing, exchange rates, and location. People are getting more. The population of Ibadan is more than how it was 5 years ago. Sale, whole lot of sales. So all eyes on you. Both they are developing more than Ofala, a whole lot. So factors that depend on that the inflation depend on. So
Okay, so let's go to the meat of the discussion because we're pressed for time and we really want you to say a whole lot of things. We don't want to bring you here. They will say that you catch big fish. So we don't want to catch big fish and at the end of the day, we are not able to deal with the big fish. When you go to a restaurant and you order that big plate of fish,
do not finish it.
not finish, you waste money. Really. And waste some money. What about when I'm done and
You're filled up. You're filled up and you just want to leave the rest.
As a big brave like you do not live on.
need you take away about me fuck yeah. In this present Nigeria,
I make to be
reach that one.
a millennial go talk that one. Gen Z go leave am.
That's the way they can watch the van. That's the waste. So why would you buy
Not the way sculptors.
Jet?
I'm done eating now.
a jet
Should I eat at the back of my tummy?
like that? Take away. You cannot carry take away.
Or take away?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the discussion. Who would you say had it or is having it harder? The Gen Z or the generation before that is the millennial? Because some millennials will tell you during our own time, I talked about my experience of having to come from university as into UI just to make research and all of that. But right now, from the comfort of your hostel room or your bed, you can Google ask AI to tell you this and that, and it downloads it for you, and you're good. They'll tell you, oh, during our time, we trekked distances before we went to school and all of that. During our time, our parents had more children, so there were more people. We didn't have enough to feed with or to feed on, like to eat. But now, Gen Zs are clamoring for 4 people in a family, the father, the mother, and 2 kids. That's all. But back then, the brother-in-law is telling you, oh, you can say after 4. They say, yeah, still add 1 now. But the Gen Zs will come and tell you that, see, you people you're not stressing or struggling with mental health the way you do.
More reason why this
The hustling, we are doing this, we are working 3 jobs,
multitasking.
we are multitasking. So don't even come and tell us, oh, you struggled more than we did. Even the air we are breathing in right now said it's not clean. But you guys had the clean air. You are breathing in and out. But for you, yeah, looking at your own experience growing up and what you're experiencing now with people around you, because I know you've got Gen Zs around you, what would you say? Because right now, it's not a battle of struggle. They're not trying to do
of a pass.
we now want to give a GWR award. There's no awards, no plaque. We're just trying to create a bridge so that we can know where we can learn from. And the millennials learn from the Gen Z, and the Gen Zs learn from the millennials.
Okay, so I'm a millennial. So I'll say compared to Gen Z premium, I think so hard on us then. To be honest, at some point I was thinking, no better life past this one. That time. Anyway, but now, we are the better. We are the tougher. We are the tougher then. Now, and I think the generation before us will also say they are the tougher than us. Okay? Because,
That's a Gen X.
well, yes, so because we build on whatever that has been
Laid down.
so my I grew up, my dad had 504 clean, and he told me how much. Because the Chitagonera. Yeah, though the Chitagonera, if I take it to your neighbor here that I want to buy shawarma, they will send me away. Was that time, 2000 bought him a car, brand new car. He said he tore the nylon. Wow. Yes, according to him, he said he tore. Still now, if not that the car was stolen, sincerely, I would just put the car in front of my house and says, I just want to be looking at the eBay. That kind of, So, but now, yeah, man, I got a car in March, and this July, last month, and like 3.3 million naira have gone over the car and just passed it again now. So I said, oh, so if I didn't buy it, I'll be buying it. At this way, I want this one. But that, I don't know.
But doesn't it mean that people nowadays are having it tougher to grow up?
Oh, it's tougher. It was tough for us. It's tougher for them.
Okay, really?
Yes, it was tough. It was maybe mild for the people before us. It was tough for us.
It's now. That's exactly what you were saying. It's exactly what I'm saying.
So it was tough for us, but the perspective, the experiences we had cannot be compared to what they have now. I said it was that time, if I wanted to, if I experienced it a whole lot of time, my uncle would call from Okiam, and then he would say, the phone. So we have to go to, then only but that king, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours away from her to receive the call. Now,
Can imagine.
it's better for them. But
Right.
it bear the tarry and all that. It wasn't there for us like that way. In Nitel card, I had to ask them, I would just slot it in and I would dial and I would do stop. It was better. But then they said it was tough. It was mild for them. It was tougher during my own time. Now it is tougher now because they are independent. The Gen Z. I'm glad some of them are. Yeah. So the Gen Z, they are independent. They want to recharge their own stuff, balance sides, everything. Then we depended on I depended on my mom and my dad to do some stuff for me. Now, from premise to I see almost because I work in a place and I see them almost every day. I see a child that should be sleeping, enjoying, begging for common entrance on the roads. It's not because of but some things happen though. Yes, some people will enjoy. Some people don't know how their parents are paying this fee for them. Yeah, but when I look at it, it was better at our own time.
At least nobody was begging for that.
Stop, but now it's tougher for these people. So when I see them from Zanda, they'll say, but I think they are enjoying some amenity right now compared to what we are.
So there's a balance.
So the balance in there's opportunity. Like the lady that called earlier, I said that either you think school car waiting for you, there's a it waiting for you. You're just the one that is not tapping into how to get it. That's unlucky. Because waiting for you if you get yourself to that level. I had an interview for a friend in my office a few days ago, and then we had 33 people at the center, and then at the end of the day, we could only take 8 of them, and we needed to change it too. Well, go take 8. Some I was sleeping on the table because what was coming out of it, look, because I cannot put you at the front desk. I cannot put you as a manager, and some of them it came to look for. So you now see, and the car is waiting. So if you do something in the next 1 year, the car is waiting there. So it's just for you to unlock it. Yeah. So what do you have inside of it that can unlock that kind?
So what you're saying now is there are more opportunity right now, but people are not tapping into it. People are not even growing in.
Yes, they're not a red upper for them, but it should be top. It is shape, but it will be top by they do not. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And these guys that are coming behind them. Yeah, but then I don't know, Papa. They should tie their belt well.
Those are already talk. We can't even understand the language. The IPI will talk. Still talk.
Operating iPad, I see. Yeah. Okay.
The first spaghetti. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Dami Oladede. It's really good to have you.
Olade. Olade. Olade.
No, there's no day there.
Thank you.
What I would do, I did tell them to everybody. I did day.
Olade. Yes. Oh, wow.
If you are not Gen Millennial, you can also now 6.
Don't attack my weakness.
Yo,
But if I say Charles,
I owe it up on.
Oh boy. See, this is with the pepper meal. Now I need to be Gen Z. Okay, next week I'll bring a Gen Z. You won't have millennial at all.
I will not.
Alright, well, we have to call it a day on the show. I mean, it's been a beautiful one. Thanks to everyone who called us in, from Danso and Anthony to Roxa and every other people who tried texting us. We appreciate you for listening, and also our guests in the building. We appreciate you for coming. So next week is going to be another topic we'll be doing. It's about technology and how it is either making us smarter or lazier. So I'm sure a generation will want to believe is making some people lazy, while some generation will believe is making them smarter. But then when we get to that bridge, like they say, we'll cross it.
and if we not cross it, we can swim.
Let's not swim, I beg you. God, I very.
Okay, well, it's really been a great day, and it's still been a great day because if you check the time right now, it's 2:13 p.m. We're sorry they had to extend the time. It's due to the break in transmission that happened earlier. But don't forget to join us from 1 o'clock next week, Friday. It's 1 to 2 p.m. for the Profile Africa The Breach Show. But then don't forget to follow Profile Africa on all social media platforms. They are live right now on Profile Africa on IG. You can also check them out on X at Profile_Africa, on Facebook, Profile Africa, and on YouTube, Profile Africa, same as TikTok, Profile.Africa. Yes, you can find them there. They do news agencies and, they put out news. They do event coverage, wedding coverage,
social media promotion, they, review products and even do commercials. They do business promotions.
And they create content as well. Also into photography and cinematography.
I remember the conversation continues right on their page. So go ahead, continue with the conversation. Drop your thoughts and opinions right under the live. We would engage you. So if you drop your comments there, don't worry. We'd engage your comments, and you never can tell. The freebies can still continue IG. And this is where we call it a day on the show. The Profile Africa shows a bridge. My name is Evelyn Ohiola. And remember, I'll just drop this with you. Remember that you are in charge of your life, 100% in charge of your life. So do not allow anybody, don't allow any situation or anything to make you feel less of yourself. Have for yourself a beautiful weekend.
Okay, keep bridging the gap. Okay, one love, Ibadan. We'll leave you with Daniels featuring Portable doing God I Beg. Thank you for listening.